What's going on, Jerome's? So it's still early in the 2022 Minnesota Vikings season. 4-1, getting it done, but some very near-run things against the Lions, against the Saints, against the Bears for sure. But there was a drive at the end of the game where it just showed the character, the makeup, the grit, and resolve of this team, and also quarterback Kirk Cousins. Now, Cousins gets a bad rap about being stat stuff and garbage time quarterback, whatever, although he does have 10 fourth quarter come from behind wins and game-winning drives since 2020, including 3 in a row against the Lions, the Saints, and the Bears, oh my. And we just wanted to walk through this final drive where it was pure huevos, man. It was just pure, gotta have it, gotta need it, all that stuff, and they got it. They got it, man. Plus circumstances, because the Vikings were leading this game 21-3, and the Bears came all the way back through special teams miscues. The defense really handed it to them. The offense stagnated, and just the fact that Kirk Cousins, the Vikings were marching, and Cousins throws that interception trying to get it to Adam Thielen, and then the Bears march down 19 yards, kick the field goal, and take the lead. Take the lead for the first time all day, 22-21, and the Vikings easily could have rolled over and died. They could have just quit. 10 minutes left to go. They go 3 and out. They give the ball back to the Bears. Bears assault away the lead, run out the clock, all that stuff. But Kirk Cousins and the offense were like, no. Like, we could have cried in the breast milk. We could have been down in the dumps, blowing that lead, and then throwing a pick. And in previous years, they might have. In previous years, the Vikings lose this game. In previous years, the Vikings lose the Lions and the Saints games as well. But huevos, man. Also, the fact that this drive took 7 minutes and really wound down the clock and shortened up the game is fantastic. It was great play calling by Kevin O'Connell. It was great execution by Kirk Cousins and the offense, and it was just good. So, walking through this. Also, by the way, this wasn't a 75-yard drive. It was actually 80 because I forgot about the Ed Ingram false start to kick things off. You're just like, oh, here we go. But 1st and 15, Irv Smith down the middle for 15 yards, moving the chains. One of Irv's, he had a handful of big-time catches throughout the day. And then Dalvin ran to the right for 5. And then Kirk Cousins to Dalvin for 4. 3rd and 1, Alexander Madison bashing up the middle. Fantastic. And also, they had 5 third-down conversions on this drive. And we're 12 of 15 on the day. And then first down, Madison loses 4 yards, and you're just like, oh, here we go. Travis Gibson sort of had a ball game against Brian O'Neill, but yeah. And then Justin Jefferson getting out of bounds after 10, and then 3rd and 4, Irv Smith down the middle for 13 yards. This was the big one, where they were taking away everything short, and they were sitting in the curls and the flats. They were taking away everything at the sticks, and the fact that Cousins didn't check it down. He had the huevos to go over the middle. Irv Smith brought this thing in and didn't drop it, and then got rocked, but it was fantastic pitch and catch. First down, Dalvin to the left for 10 yards, really grinding things out, chewing things down. Down at the Chicago 25, it's 4:17 to go. Dalvin ran for a yard. 2nd and 9, Kirk Cousins to Adam Thielen. Now, this was the pass that Gordon almost had. It was just like right over his outstretched fingertips. There was a chance that he could have tipped it, maybe tipped it to himself, pick 6, end the ball game, etc. But Cousins was taking some chances, man. Like, I hope you dance. Also, great catch by Thielen along the sideline. And then 3rd and 5. This was a gut check moment for Kirk Cousins, where nothing was open. He scrambled. He gambling. He got 5 yards. Moved the sticks down to the 15. 1st and 10. Tried to get it to Jefferson, no go. Ran it to Dalvin for 2 yards. 3rd and 8. So another big time spot, because the Vikings, remember, are down 22-21. You don't want to settle for a field goal, because that means that a field goal wins it for the Bears. And the way that the defense have been playing in the second half, maybe not so much. And it would have been interesting, like, say on 3rd and 8 from the 13, the Vikings get 5. Like, so you have 4th and 3 from the 8. Like, what do you do? Do you just take the field goal? Do you go for it? You had timeouts. Don't know. But Cousins to Madison and Deuce fighting for that yardage. That was a big-time play, because 3rd and 8 is not a gimme, especially when you're down in the red zone, so you have a compressed area. You can't really go deep. So, Madison, big-time play. Big time play by Cousins and by Madison. Well, mostly by Madison. And then they took a timeout. First and goal from the Chicago 2. Pass to Thielen, no go. And then Dalvin, you thought that he was going to waltz in on that front left corner. Fantastic tackle by Cheeseburger Eddie Jackson. Maybe Dalvin thought that he was in, but it was one of those. If you didn't get it there, I wasn't feeling great, because even though you still had 2 more downs, well, really one down, but were you going to take the field goal? Say it was 4th and goal from the 1. Would you have gone for it, or would you have kicked the field goal? I don't know. Kevin O'Connell, week 1, Kevin O'Connell would have gone for it. I don't know about week 2 through 5. Who knows? But Kirk Cousins running it in. There was a couple options there. Thielen on the jet sweep, very much akin to the Jefferson jet sweep for the touchdown that last game. But they push it in. And it was a big-time drive. Also, the 2-point conversion to Jefferson, that was a thing of beauty, too, getting some insurance, and then putting the Vikings up 29-22, which ended up being the final score, because Cameron Dancer called game, baby. That's right. But, man, just going through this drive, the fact that the Vikings went touchdown, that's fantastic early on. They had a lull, but just having the stones, just having the bravery, just having the courage, just having the intestinal fortitude to march 80 yards, take 7 minutes off the clock, and be like, we're not settling for a field goal. We're going to put this in the end zone. We're going to get the 2-point conversion insurance, and best of luck to you, Chicago, with 2 minutes left. I just love it, because this was defining, because like I said, it would have been so easy for this team to roll over and die once they got punched in the mouth. You were up 21-3. Kirk Cousins just threw a back-breaking interception, and you just lost the lead. It would have been very easy for them to roll over, but wins like this forge teams. Like, this is like a hearth, and you're forging steel, man, taking out all the impurities. Because, yeah, it would have been nice to win this game 38-3 or whatever it would have been final score, but they didn't. And circumstances are circumstances. It is what it is. The fact that the Vikings sacked up and cowboyed up, and they put together this drive at the end, you got to respect the offense. You got to respect Kevin O'Connell. You got to respect Kirk Cousins, man. And it bodes well for this team, because they're winning while they're learning on the job. It just feels different this year, man. Just does. But your thoughts are thoughts. Going through the drive that defined the 2022 Vikings season so far, let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But to next time, Skol production value.